Welcome back to the Twisted Worlds. It is here, the final of Talis' adventure. I could have done something extra with this part, but I decided not to. I'll leave it as a surprise on what I could potentially do. And then I left a roll to see if the calamity would actually happen. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to have to fight the calamity as well this time around. Anyways, before we begin, the roll of the dice is chaotic, but none more so than the algorithm. So be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, share the video. Any little bit helps, and it's free to do. Can't say that too much nowadays. Anyway, let's get to it. Face to face with the killer, Talis is prepared for a fight. However, upon the bloodied altar, she sees two plates glowing with a magical energy. Talis was right to prepare the city's defenses. Eileen, with her gruesome smile, looks to Talis, knowing full well that no matter what happens, only one may leave here alive. Now I've done with that part, I can move these hit die I have set up onto it so they don't slide around everywhere. There we go. Talis looks at Eileen's bloodthirsty grin. Eileen starts talking. Blood is beautiful. Blood is part of life. Why shouldn't it flow freely outside of its cages? Is that what you were expecting me to say? No. I just get joy out of killing. Who's the woman you replaced? Oh. She's the one who actually was a saint, whatever. I just took the paperwork, put in my name instead of hers. Glad I got here before someone who knows what they're doing actually got in charge of it. Why? Why do you have those twin plates there? Imagine if a catastrophe happened. Do you know how many people's lives were in danger? You fought a giant force of nature and a massive gargantuan demon. Who's to say what other bits of carnage could happen? I want to try my hand at that myself. Talis looks at her. She is completely serious. She doesn't value life. She values death upon everything. As such, Talis draws her blade, rolling for initiative. So Talis is going to go first. She strikes upon Eileen. Holy. Uh, I can't change that to an advantage attack. That's a critical. So. Wait, don't I have an ability? Wait, I do have an advantage for this one attack because of Assassinate. Oh my god, that's good. So roll that, but it'll still be a crit. Meaning, I get sneak attack dice. And I'm going to use the dagger's poison effect, so that's 3 to 5. Then add that. So this is the power of 30 d6s. 30 tiny d6s. Get a bit of a dice ASMR going for you. I've already dropped some of them. Make sure I've got. So, I'm going to roll them in turn, because I want to make sure I still have them all. I'm going to go in 5s. One, two, three, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, math time. Okay, now. Five, 10. 5. Number 10, that's 40 so far. 50. 60, 70, 80, 90, 123 damage. Dear Lord. And as a little bit of fan service, since I dropped some and I had to count them in turn, here's another 30d6 roll just for you guys. Okay. Eileen attacks in turn against Talis. Sorry. Eileen attacks in turn against Talis. Yeah, that's definitely gonna hit. I have not thought about how much damage she will deal, so since it's 2 daggers, I guess. 2 dagger sizes, I guess. 2, 3, 4, 5, 66. Strikes at Talis again. Misses. Okay. Talis quickly analyzes and realizes her shadow trick that she used against Marcella would be ineffective against her, Eileen. So, she opts for a full attack on her. That is a hit. Eileen attacks. That's a hit. Talis attacks. Misses. Eileen hits. Oh my god. Far. Eileen attacks again. Misses. Talis attacks. Misses. Eileen. Misses. Hits. Oh my god. Okay. Again, gamble, but I have to. Talis is going to invoke the Weaver's Gift. So, how much do I take whenever I use this again? Yep, here it is, Weaver's Gift. Weaver's Gift, gain advantage, attacking Eileen. Hit. Oh dang. Eileen attacks. Misses. I'm gonna be fair and say that hits. Talis uses the gift again. We got another crit. That's the gift damage. I forgot advantages counter sneak attack. Duh. Okay, not as impressive as the last amount. Okay, so gather up all these ones. Okay, that's 10 there. $20. 30. 40. 50. 60. 70. 80. 97. Eileen attacks. Hits. Attacks. Hits. Talis invokes the Weaver's Gift. Hits. This will be sneak attack damage because it's an advantage attack. $52. Eileen attacks. Misses. Misses. Talis attacks with the Weaver's Gift. Misses horribly. Eileen attacks. Hits. Yikes. Attacks again. Misses. Okay. Talis attacks. The Weaver's Gift, that's critical. Well. Okay. 112. The scent of both their bloods fills the air. Eileen's manic smile grows ever deeper. She leaves out a maniac laugh, which I will not attempt to do because I don't want to wreck my throat, and I don't think I'd do it justice, and I don't want to give anyone a scare with a really loud, bad laugh. She attacks Talis. Manically. Misses. Strikes again. Hits. Strikes again manically. Misses. Misses. Holy crap, that was a double one. Holy shit. Talis invokes the Weaver's Gift. Attacking Eileen. Misses spectacularly. Eileen attacks with fervor. Misses. Hits. Youch. Attacks again. Misses. One more. Misses. Okay. Talis invokes the Weaver's Gift to get an advantage on their attack roll. Please hit. Misses. Oh god, here we go again. Eileen attacks. Misses. Attacks. Misses. 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 Okay. This is getting ridiculous. Okay. Talis attacks with advantage with the Weaver's Gift. Come on, come on, come on. Hits. Thank you. Watch these somehow be all ones. No, but I'll take that. No, but we take that all day. $54 damage. Eileen attacks. Misses. 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 I forgot to take that. Alright. Talis attacks with the Weaver's Gift. Hits. Okay. Eileen attacks. Misses. 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 Hits. Talis invokes the Weaver's Gift. Misses. Eileen attacks. Misses. 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 Invoking the Weaver's Gift, Talis attacks. Hits. There's a massive amount of ones. Eileen lives. Exactly 60 damage. Talis slices into Eileen. Her dagger piercing her skin. Cutting through it. A massive, irreparable wound appears on Eileen's body. But even so, she still has her gruesome smile. Then a strange light comes from the outside. As she sees this, Talis looks to the twin plates. The magical energy is charged, and they crumble to dust. Eileen laughs weakly and falls to the ground dead, still with her gruesome smile on her face. Talis rushes outside. Sees in the sky a giant circle that's shifting from hues similar to that of the sun to the moon. Then, lines in form of a spiral all appear in the visage. As such, it comes undone. A creature looking reminiscent of a centipede. Where a mouth would be formed, instead a giant eye. With the markings of the sun and the moon etched upon it. A clear, reflective material makes up its underbelly, all across its body. The top part, which would be its back, a dark material. This creature is both night and day. An apt name for it would be the living Eclipse. Talis has a horn on the side of her belt for emergencies. It is used to charge the guard. She blows on it, alerting the city. Soft lights flicker across the entire city. The city is to evacuate. Seeing its prey moving. The living Eclipse coils up back into the circular shape it was. The clear, reflective material on its stomach, on its underside, shows various organs lighting up. It's squared. It's circled completely above the church. It glows brighter and brighter. It is then Talis realizes what's going on. She runs at full speed away from the church. A bright light of white-hot heat beams from the living Eclipse, vaporizing the church and the ground underneath it. Leaving a scorching, molten crater in the ground where the church once stood. Talis safely got away, but she is now aware of the threat the creature imposes. Talis rushes to the walls of the city. There she meets up with Thalia. Ma'am, what is that thing? I have no clue, but it just wiped out the church. We need to evacuate the city and try to stop this thing as fast as possible. We already got men. Half the guard is already trying to evacuate the city. Keep panic from under control. The rest are on the walls. Siege equipment, all good to go. How did you predict something like this would happen? Believe it or not, this is the third time something like this has happened to me. And the second time, I had to use siege equipment to deal with it. Valia has a blank expression and blinks. She says in a hushed voice, "When you trusted me with the secret of your past life, I thought that was the worst thing I could ever hear from you. Ma'am, but this is the first time you have to deal with something like this?" "Yeah." Suffice to say, I thought working as a captain of the guard would have been a good break as well. As a change of life. Well, I guess we have to deal with that. Catapults are ready. Trebuchet are just outside of the city. And we got ballistae all aimed at that thing. Talis looks at the creature. She doesn't notice anything too out of the ordinary. Despite what the creature is, she doesn't see anything to particular note. Talis rallies her men. Rolling for initiative. The final battle has come. Eclipse. Talis. 20. Okay. Now for the city defenses. Okay, so that's how it's gonna work. Talis goes to a ballista. Aims it carefully. And opens fire on the creature. She misses. Another ballista beside her follows suit. It hits. appears not to do much damage. Talis hears a strange sound coming from when the ballista hit. As the men on both sides try to hurry to reload the ballista. The creature coils up again. Its organs are slowly starting to glow. Then from across the city, one ballista shoots, missing. Another misses, and a third hits. Strange sound. Talis hears the strange sound again. About time she freaking realizes. She narrows her eyes and looks at the belly of the glowing creature. She finally realizes what it's doing and how it's doing it. As the men are loading up the ballista. Get word to all the guards. Ma'am? What? Ballistic bolts will be useless here. That thing has got... It's tempered glass. Its outer skin is like tempered glass. Our ballistic bolts, they're just scratching it, not landing true marks. We need blunt. We need blunt ordnance for us. Ma'am. The creature charges up. Not once, but twice. As the message got across to all the guards. They have replaced their ballistic bolts. They have ready the catapults and trebuchets. The ballistic bolts have been dulled. They will no longer pierce but are blunt instruments instead. Alright, we gotta deal with this thing before it fires off, before it's fully charged. Talis orders of an assault from the trebuchet. It fires at the stationary creature. It hits. The trebuchet finds its mark. A loud sound echoes, almost as if something was cracking. A catapult launches. Hits. The creature charges more. And it faces the east of the city. As such, you know what's happening. Trebuchet launches and misses. Another trebuchet launches. It misses. Screams can be heard from that area, and they start running. And finally, a catapult launches. Hits. Talis orders a full strike. Missing. That wasn't a proper roll. Surprisingly, just hitting. Well, easily calculable number. The light reaches its peak. A beam of white-hot energy fires forth from the creature. The east side of the city has been completely vaporized. Oh, thank God. It now faces the west side of the city. It's slowly charging up. The west side ballistae opens fire. They really don't want to die. They got a critical. A loud cracking sound can be heard from the creature. The north side of the city opens fire. Holy crap, that's another critical. You got a catapult then. A massive cracking sound can be heard. The back of the creature starts sucking in magical energy. Talis orders an attack. Fire the catapult. It only just hits. stops charging the energy. The light in its innards are fully charged. It blasts the west side of the city. It now faces the south, charging magic again. They open fire. As the catapult flings at it, it starts burning up and dissipating. It's not going to do much damage. It manages to land a hit. But the amount of damage it's dealing is negligible compared to before. Talis orders a final strike, giving everything they've got. The ballistae, the catapult, and the trebuchet. The ballistae hits. Manages to find its mark before being fully evaporated. Catapult hits. Trebuchet just misses. The creature blasts its energy once more, fully charged in mere seconds. Destroys the north end of the city. It's now facing the south side. And Talis charging its magical energy. Talis orders a full force of all the ballistae they have left. Only 2 of them have been loaded. Hitting. And missing. Talis charges to a catapult, along with all her men, loading it as fast as they can, ready for one desperate strike. They hurl it at the creature. It misses. The creature's charging. One final desperate attack. How many ballistae out of the 4? Okay, we got 3 ballistae. High and low, High is the trebuchet loaded. Low, it's not. Trebuchet is not loaded. Secondary catapult. High and low. Low, it's just free ballistae. Does Talis see any weak points in what they made? She does. She sees a large crack that has a fault line all across its body. I know she has a ranged weapon. What? Come on, come on. Yeah, this is it. Nature shot. Nature shot. Shot free. Talis uses the Weaver's gift one more time. She pulls out the antler she got from Valtessan, charged with magical energy. Fires directly at the fault line. Not a proper roll. She just hits. With advantage. Oh my god, that was so freaking close. The shot finds its mark. The crack spread open, making a hole in which the free primed ballistae all open fire into. Although blunt, the sheer force of their momentum manages to pierce into the creature's heart before fully burning up. The living Eclipse burns up. Completely evaporating. Holy crap. Despite the heavy damages to the city, all the civilians managed to get to safety. Holy crap! And all the guards along the walls escaped in time. Not a single casualty. Although 75% of the city has been destroyed, completely wiped from the face of the earth, Talis stood victorious. She goes weak at the knees and rests her back against the wall. A sigh of relief. All her men look to her, slight concern on their faces. In a sigh of relief, she says to them, "Victory is ours." Upon hearing this, Thalia shouts from the top of the ramparts to the people who evacuated. "We won!" Cheering erupted from every single person. Talis has won. After regaining their composure, Talis walks up to the people. The guards will salute her. The people cheering for her. Everyone celebrating. Talis, who was once an assassin, has saved people, prolonged life, saved all of the people who would have died to the living Eclipse. She couldn't save those who were murdered by Eileen, but she managed to prevent a great disaster that she tried to inflict upon them all. As such, Talis took this as a victory. Everyone cheered in applause. Four years pass. With great aid from the kingdom, natural forces, and many others, the city was rebuilt. People of many races come and go. Many of which all to trade or live in the wondrous city. The city has become sized has become the largest city in all the kingdom. Due to the fact so many wanted to live here, under its great protector. A statue made of pure ebony stands in the middle of the city. A statue of a woman, a tabaxi woman, who lives to protect those closest to her, to avenge the fallen, the protector of the city. Looking down upon this statue this grand statue. From what appears to be a fortified palace. There's an elegantly dressed tabaxi woman. An elegant finery belonging to a military leader. A uniform of a commanding soldier. The woman. A woman who has with an eye covered with an eye patch. The Weaver's gift has taken its toll, for even though she can use its gift furthermore, her vision is greatly obscured in it. This woman is Talis, no longer Tyrantslayer, but a protector, a leader, and hero to the people. As acting captain of the guard, Thalia shows up, addresses the woman, addresses Talis, her commanding officer. Talis has become the kingdom's chief commander of all military forces. She protects the people and offers solace for those for the downtrodden. The kingdom lives in prosperity, thanks to her knowledge and compassion. She forever lives her days in relative peace that she oversees. Until the day of her dying breath. She is known to all as the protecting hero. Talis. The ever-watching guardian. And that is the end of Talis' adventure. Next time on the Twisted Worlds, things are gonna be very different. I'll see you then.